IFG is a PLC, 1,000 employees, 800 in the UK and 200 here in Ireland. We started doing business with Garry now over 2 years ago. Our kind of key reasons for it was to implement an integrated system across all our companies here. It was quite disjointed. The kind of benefits we were looking for was that we had integration between our call centre, our administrators and our salespeople. We had full integration between our mobiles and our landlines. We also were looking for to reduce cost. We were looking to make sure from a compliance and governance point of view in relation to call recording, encryption, etc., that we were kind of best in class. In our business, kind of data security and call recording is critical. So on our corporate pensions business, all our members get online access. We need good data security and encryption to make that work, both from the member and indeed from our perspective. On our individual side, call recording is quite important. In our general insurance business, that can be used in relation to the advice that we give to customers. So we need to be able to rely on the call recording systems that we have in place, particularly on our general insurance business, but also on our individual advisory business. So both from a data security point of view and from a call recording point of view, the central bank and indeed our own governing structures would put a huge emphasis on the quality of that. So we found with Garry that they actually ticked those boxes very well. We were able to eliminate our kind of fixed costs here and rely on a kind of third-party relationship, nearly as a pay-as-you-go system, no capex, and it reduced our overall costs. So both in terms of the cost of maintaining the systems, in terms of resources, and indeed hardware, it's all up in this cloud that they have up there, but all of that has been very, very cost effective from our perspective. One of our key requirements was effectively the full integration with our business in Dingle. We set up a low-cost administration business in Dingle under the UDROS grants, and effectively we do a lot of our call centre work and indeed low-cost administration down there. One of the critical things for us was full integration with Dingle, which allows us now to fully automate our business processes, and the telephony we have in place now facilitates that. Another feature that was important to us, particularly in our online pensions business, was a robust disaster recovery process. The functionality we now have gives us full backup in relation to what our requirements are, both in terms of landline and mobile. So we now have adequate systems in place to facilitate that. The installation for us was seamless actually. I mean, all we had to do was work with the team. They have very high quality, competent people who can bring you over the bridge of actually implementing the new systems. Our business proposition in pensions facilitates online pensions. We're the only people in the country that actually provide that. So we needed to provide the telephony systems to support what we were doing on the IT side. So Garry actually provided us with the solution that we couldn't see anywhere else. One of the big advantages, which is quite simple, is that in our call centre and in our reception, the staff can now see who's available and who's not available across all our businesses. From a customer's perspective, it's been much easier to pass them through to the relevant people, understand when they're busy and when they're not, and being able to follow and track exactly who we need to go back to. Garry have met all our requirements. So when we first sat down with them over 2 years ago now, we had our own user requirements in relation to supporting our business strategy. And they have now met all our expectations and indeed have exceeded them. And now 2 years later, we have all the functionality we need at a lower cost.